Okay. All right. And let us go say what's up. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Eve, Bojangles. What's up? All right. We're going to try to just grind out to get a secret character before open. The ninja girl in the forest. Don't have to process the story. Just grind some levels. Beep, 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 beep. They just got smoldered. Let's put, we want to level up some. We'll put some ice on there. Yeah, let's do ice. And then we'll switch out his. We'll just get 2 lightnings up. Alright, let's find this ninja girl. We got her twice in a row and I didn't do the right pattern to get her. Wow. first 100 lot for the night. 172 hit at 700. $217. It's also settlement, I believe. No, we're above settlement. Alright. Oh, there she is. Time to destroy her. Alright, that wasn't that difficult. All right. Wait, why did she... I don't get it. What? I'm in the middle of YouTube, man. Huh? I gotta show you later, not now. It's okay? Ask your mom for her phone. Oh my goodness. Could get a little bit of buyer exhaustion here if it goes below 700. We got 3 minutes on the hourly. Battle for the wick. Ba-doo-boo-boo-boo. Phoenix down. Wake up. Heal, heal, heal. Having some difficulty with the stream. Alright, do we come below 700 with aggression? We're also at VWAP on NQ. Do we go back to the volume imbalance at 680 for a retest? Didn't choose the right one for getting that ninja girl, so she ran away at the last minute. That was lame. Apparently you gotta tell her to hurry up at the end. You gotta be insistent. That was too nice. Alright, hourly closes in 10 seconds. That 251 lot at 700 is the first inflection point of the night. And the hourly close. So we have the open, high, low, close for the next hour setting up. 30 minutes until open. Well, she got knocked out again. It's holding that inflection point at 700 thus far. It's New Year's Eve, so my wife has some people over, so it's kind of noisy in the background, perhaps. My son's still awake, but it is 11 p.m. By the way, if you leave a comment on yesterday's live, we can enter you for a free Apex giveaway. Nice, we got her again. This time we're going to do the sequence correct. Gotta say, not interested. How's it going? We're just looking for a low-hanging fruit of a potential buyer absorption below 700. Just small pullback, you know. I can't believe I lost. Alright, so here we go. Let's just make sure this is proper this time. Okay, not interested. Petrified. Wait a second. That's right. And then hurry up. So you gotta play the like, wait, I haven't even told you my name. So you gotta kind of like hook her at the end, I see. Hey, I'll give you back the money. Alright, now we can go save it. Okay, let's go save it. And then we can can get super serious. Is it going to fade to 700 like we were saying for some buyer absorption prior to the open? Alright, so we've got her, and she's at level 22. That's pretty good. Wow. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay. Okay. Got the coffee at the ready. Gold. Okay. I should probably not. Let's see what ES is up to. ES. Got a bunch of 100 lots on the looking for entry down below at 6,945-ish. A lot of resting orders to the upside. We're back at VWAP. So we're kind of just chilling here at VWAP for now after the push up. You had a 246 guy enter their order up at 69.75. Looking for a sell up there. Quite a ways away. Do we have news? Let's see. I think there's some FOMC something or other, but that might be after the new year. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're at the 29th volume point of control. So 2 days ago is volume point of control, and the 9th. So we're at a inflection point for volume. Let's see, Forex Factory. The minutes were yesterday, I see. So what? We had some red folder pre-market, and that's it. And we got crude oil like an hour after open. Okay. Yo, what's going on? Happy New Year. What, you just like bill people and you have an empty room? And you got to tape up the windows? The adhesive keeps coming off, so you got to go around and keep reapplying it. Like a hole in a sinking ship, you know, you got to go back and be like it's like, you got peeping toms, send out somebody to talk to them. Run obfuscation. Go film them and call the police and have the police take them away for trespassing. They had that what was that game that was really popular where you like you're basically like a dealer or whatever. It was made by one guy, and yeah, it's like, it sounds like that. Oh, we're coming below the 251 inflection point, 250 buyer guy. I was just saying, if like it goes with acceleration below 700, you could get a little bit of buyer exhaustion, but we're also at VWAP. Yeah. Nice. I would expect it to pull back just to create the low for the next hour. So it's like, even if if it's gonna trend up, like just to pull back even slightly below this node makes sense. I took it with 3 micros, so it's very small risk. So 150 bucks if it tags me out. I'm just looking to stack qualifying days because I'm already above the threshold and I already received the approval on the first payout. So it's like, it's whatever. I'm just trying to like coast on this. Let's see if it can drop below even slightly. If it goes to that 1,000 tick imbalance at 680, I'll be happy. Normally the 80s are a zone, a thing, whatever you want to call it. And you could, right. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. Yo, what's up, woke? Happy New Year. It's much happier than it was last year, I'll tell you that. Sitting in a hospice with some, you know, with death all around was not really my thing for 2024 to celebrate into 2025. So at least this year is more festive. My dad, yeah, he had stage 4 liver cancer and a bunch of like everything all over his body. It spread everywhere, so it's just like, but we knew it was gonna happen, but it was still like the end. Just, yeah, it's not fun. That's kind of why I got on this health kick to, like, not be as big as I was and get, fit. Because, like, seeing that was just like surreal. So it's like, all right, well, gotta be, on point because you only got one body and one chance with it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, people would give an arm and a leg to get their health in top form. Not a, yeah. Well, we're getting acceptance below 700 by the looks of it right now, at least for the low hanging fruit idea I had for the short. So we'll see. But it's not accelerating. We got that pre market 5 minute jitter that's going to be the determining factor. We got settlement down at, what is that? 75. I don't need it to go all the way there, but let's just reset. Let's see it go to 80. To 80 for the nice. Cha-ching. That's good. That's cool. That's exciting. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I just hope my wife's using the internet to stream something in the other room. I hope she doesn't eat the bandwidth and cause some issues. It's an anomaly. Yeah, ES has a bunch of laddered orders down below too. I was seeing that. So I was like, it looks like people want a lower fill. So I'll just take this low hanging fruit and just be gliding into it. Nice. How did it work out after I signed off yesterday? Were you catching some low hanging fruits later? Nice. You also had that like FOMC minutes like drop, it looks like. Was that today? Hold up. Sorry, I didn't look. It was like uh I guess it was in the last hour. Yeah, never mind. Nice. Me too. I'm up 50 ticks on 3 micros. It's just a little scalperoo. We got the 5 minutes before open. I'd like to see it do its little thing now and not stay here. Come on. We got 3 minutes and some change. Sounds like a plan. Do I want to go break even on this? Or just let it play out? I think I'm going to go break even with fees in mind. Because I don't want just the big FU in the face. So we're risk off now. And it's now popping up. I'd like to see it just accelerate down to 80 now and then do some consolidation on the open off the settlement at 76 or something. That would make me happy, but it doesn't need to do what I want. Oh yeah. We got 2 minutes for the fireworks to begin. Oh, nice. Thank you. Sometimes it does what you want. Once it gets to 80, it peels one off and starts trailing aggressively. Locks in the 100 ticks. Consistency is what pays. Let's go. Keep going. You only got 130 sell side. You don't need to pull up here. Just keep going. You got 251 at that 700 level. You can go back a little bit further, I think, right? A minute and 10 seconds. By the way, please, if you're interested in a Apex eval, please comment on yesterday's live stream to enter, and we'll try to give that out within 30 minutes of after open for a happy new year for someone. We'll try to do, these into the new year as well. Let's go. Hit that imbalance that's 80, and then I'm a happy camper. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Keep going. 10 seconds. Boom. Trailing in profit. Fireworks were open. My stops moved to 88. If it pops up here, I'm out. Trailing down in settlement. Nice. Now it's paying, and then it just knocked me out. Pull back. $183. Cha-ching! That's how we do it. And that's a qualifying day right there. Low-hanging fruit's all you need. I did. I trailed. Yeah. Yeah, boy. I'm done for the day. 30 seconds in and I'm done. That was funny. It was like, I was like, it just needs to do this thing that I want, and then I'm done. And then I was like, okay, it did the thing that I wanted. Sometimes it works out, you know. All right. Oh, I think he's talking about me because when you stepped out, I said I'll give out a free Apex if they comment on yesterday's stream. Yeah, that's in my profile. Sorry about that. Not to step on anyone's toes or anything. Just want to give out a eval. Oh, yeah. And that's why I trailed aggressively, because it's like, you gotta just take it when the taking's takeable. And also, settlement was at 76. So I was like, if we go to settlement, there's going to be at least somebody absorbing that. Oh, snap. Snapperdoodles. We could be going down to the second imbalance down at 640. That might be premature, but there's nothing to signify otherwise. I remember the days of this, Tio, when you were doing Nebula and stuff and you were doing like 4 or 5 minis and just like, oh God, I'm rich. Happy New Year. For sure. Yep. Enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so boom. Yeah, we got 2026 coming quick. I got 30 minutes left until it's Happy New Year here in Japan. It is 11:30 p.m. We experience it first over here. We're in the future, baby. We're trading futures in the future. So we swept into 174 in sell side, popping up into some late shorter buying liquidations, it looks like. So this could be the FU. You had like another buyer up here at 690 that got absorbed. It's nothing real significant. The only inflection point was the one we pointed out pre-market at 700, and that was what gave us the idea to short, and we shorted it. That's what inflection points are about. Finding the high volume and then going with what theory makes sense to that narrative, objectively speaking. So that FU to the upside took 246 in buy side to continue on its merry way to the downside. You got VWAP down at 635, another volume imbalance. And this whole volume node down here seems to be the target, perhaps. Let's go see what ES is up to. You don't have really much of anything except down at the lows. gosh. This short could just rip to the downside. Hitting some sell side here at 633. About 100 lots split up. And it not even done yet, it looks like. Oh my goodness. What type of volume nodes do we have here? Let's see. Coming back to November and mid December. We rejected off the 2 days ago volume point of control too. That's what we were looking at as a key level. Broke the super trend. Let's see. Easy as. Previous week low at 608. You got some other volume points of control sub 600. You created a tweezer top, so you could keep going on the hourly. You hit about 600 in sell side with that push down there. If it comes above 633, 632, there's a seller here that you could be absorbing. Where's the beef? Chili con carne. All right. So the 600's looking juicy. Juicy. The previous week low at 608. Yeah. 588 maybe. Ooh, you had a lot of sellers just enter here. 623, 100 lot and a 72 lot. And they're twitching to accept them, so it looks like the sellers are in control. You could hide your short with above these candidates. Getting a lot of sellers though, so if it doesn't get acceptance, then seller exhaustion could be in. That's why you use them as defense. Let's go defense. Do, 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 do. I'm circling them on YouTube. You can see on the left here on my footprint chart on a toss. The purple on my screen is sellers or aggressive sellers. There's always a buyer and a seller. It's all about the aggression. It's a twofold question. Who is the aggressor, and are they rewarded or punished for that aggression? And based off of that answer, you'll have a narrative that objectively forms. And in this case, the sellers are in control because it's accepting these aggressors at this level. So that means the passive buyers don't have control. It's all about the passive player and what they're doing. So the aggressive sellers that are hit are most likely longs that are getting liquidated. Yeah, it's 2 years of footprints, looking at it daily and just like, matrix coding it, like woman in the red dress, guy with the mustache. It's just like you start to understand the dynamics of the market. More sellers getting induced here at 621 to 619, and it's jittering below them. So yeah, it's looking more and more like they're in control. But again, I would hide behind these guys if you're not convicted. Getting some more sellers hit. We're break even on the delta for the day, so we've just come back to a volume point of control as well, and we're break even. So we've just absorbed all of the aggression for the day. Go ahead and enter to yesterday's live comment once again to enter for a Apex eval giveaway. We'll do it in 15 minutes, one and done, and let you trade the rest of the day in peace. So yeah, this is buyers not in control as of this moment. This is seller strength. Do we come to that? We hit that 608 level. That was the previous week. That was an inflection point. So I would have, if I was in trade, I would have taken it at the previous week low region, because the previous week low could be an interest zone for buyers, and you could be getting some passive buyers around this region. That's why I mark this also 20 points below that. Ooh, nice sweep. I use bookmap and a toss, but a toss also has the depth of market inbuilt if you have um, OpenGL. I'm running it on parallels on a Mac Studio M1 Ultra, which doesn't have OpenGL, so I needed bookmap to see the level 2. But you could see it all populated here. You could have a heat map as well. I just can't do it because Mac. They have a beta version, but I don't want to break what's not broken. I don't want to fix what's not broken. You know what I mean? So I already bought the lifetime for bookmap, so I'm happy as is. I just like having the option. And then also I use ES, because sometimes ES has like spoofers and resting orders that are clearer, so it can telegraph a move or a direction before NQ can. So I have an ES up here. Hopefully you guys were in that short. Yeah, I I just love the footprints. They have a dual footprint, like you can do two in a toss. So here on the left, I can do like a dual footprint thingy. So I can make an additional footprint that's just for the volume. So it shows the total volume and then it shows the delta color weighted. So it has the color weighted and the volume. So it stands out to the eye much, and it's also with what's in view. So if I zoom out, it like shows you where the significant volume is. And then you can zoom in and be like, oh, they were sellers. Okay. And the sellers are getting rewarded. So the sellers are in control. So I'm going to line up with them and you can take that to the bank. If you're interested in footprints and all that stuff, and you have time over the New Year's break, you can shoot me a DM and I'll give you a free footprints course from a JP Morgan guy. It's 2,000 ticks on the far left here for the footprint, and then 1,000 in the center for the volume imbalance and TOs indicators and stuff. I look at the 2,000 as like an auction, and then it also like takes out noise on the footprint, so you can be like, okay, you can see one auction finished, and you look at them as like, who did it sell to and who got rewarded. I have a video on my channel that I produced heavily. I even it was like Uncanny Valley AI stuff I was playing around with, but talking about how footprints work. It was 2 years ago, I think. I did it in 2023, I think. You could find it on the channel if you want to watch it. It's only like 10 minutes. Footprints are good, man. Like it only adds to a system. It doesn't detract. Like TO was seeing a level, I was seeing an inflection point of like a 200 lot buyer about to get absorbed, and I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. It doesn't like conflict, you know what I mean? Like it fits right in to whatever you're using. And like even if you don't understand it, like putting it on in the background of one of your real estate areas, and then kind of like just observing and saying, okay, and then it starts to give you information that you see through a real-time experience, where you know when when A happens, B happens afterwards most of the time. And so like you start to get, you know, kind of like when I see the spoofers appear, I know what they want because I've seen it so many times before. They don't always get what they want, but I know what they're intending. Both footprints, they're both level 2. It's level 2. It's like reading outside of the candles, or reading depth of market is reading above and below the candle, and then footprints reading inside the executed candles. But they're both level 2 data because it's telling you what's inside and what's outside. Right. But it tells you a more like um, microscopic view, or like more detailed, realistic view of what's happening in the candles. Like I always used to think when I didn't know footprints, like I thought the whole candle's filled with this volume that pushes it up or pushes it down like water in a pipe, you know. But it's not like that at all. There's like zones that it gravitates and jumps up to, and then it's looking for things outside of the candles to fill basically. Yeah, it looks like we're getting seller exhaustion now. So if we come above these inflection points, you could be getting the seller exhaustion, and then along could the opposite could ensue here. You just pulled up on 188 buyers and then 358 buyers while we were talking about that. And that's why you take it when the taking's takeable, and then you can use that to flip the script and go the opposite way too, and then hide behind them on the opposite side, because it allows you to like keep your stops, like, because the narrative will shift around those guys. So if you hide behind them, it allows you to have a tighter stop. Seven minutes, and then we'll do a drawing on the eval. Yeah, you had some sellers enter here, so it could be getting a seller exhaustion slingshot engineered where they think it's going to continue, and if it comes above 625, it could be sending these 70 lot sellers to the moon. Again, contingent if it goes above 625. It's also the volume point of control. Let's make sure the audio's not glitching out like it likes to do. Okay, and you got another 55 lot seller at 615, which they're not rewarding. So the slingshot idea looking more favorable to the upside here. If it comes above 625, you could have that delta slingshot to the upside. To the upside. We got 5 minutes until Happy New Year here in Japan. And then we'll shoot some fireworks. 5 minutes, yeah. It is 11:55 p.m. And here comes the slingshot. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, no problem. It's kind of like my edict in life is teaching, so I like it. I like illuminating the situation. And a part of me just like had to understand how the market works. Like I don't like not knowing how it's working. Like if there's an aspect I don't know, then I'm like, well, then I need to study more because I need to know why that's doing that. So a lot of it was just frustration of like in the first few like honestly, like the first year and a half of trading, because I bought Bitcoin in like 2021 as it was like double topping and crashing, and I was like one of those like plebes who bought into it as it was dropping. And then I made it back longing from like 14K, and then I lost some again, but then I broke even basically and learned a lot using pattern trading, and then it led me to liquidity and liquidations, and yeah, long journey. Just pulled back on 479 in sell side, doing an old switcheroo. They're not done by the looks of it, their downside journey. Got 2 minutes for the hourly close. We bearishly retest that volume point of control and rejected it. Where are we at? We hit the November key level, and what is this? Previous week low, okay. Okay, let's pull up the stream to get ready for that giveaway. Here we go. Not this one. Okay. One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, okay. 12. So you got a 1 in 12 chance. Here we go. YouTube comment selector. Let's just get it over here. And then Happy New Year. All right, last chance. It's going to be New Year at my time. And it's Happy New Year. 2026 in Japan, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see who's getting the eval. We got 13 comments. Here we go. Lucky 13. Veronica Vance. Veronica Vance. VV. Congratulations. And Happy New Year. Are you in the Discord, Veronica? Are you in Tio's Discord? Oh, Stardust. Nice, nice, nice. Can you send me a message on Discord just notifying it's you? And then I will hook you up after I finish the stream. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. Looks like we're going down to the downside. The sellers said, we're in control. And then they dropped below that 615. On that note, ladies and gents, I'm going to go say what's up to my kids and wish them a Happy New Year. So, yeah. Stay frugal, stay positive, and stay blessed. And we will catch you in 2020.